Okay, let's talk about Duke Nukem. Look, this is a game series that is very close to my heart. Years ago, I'm talking 20 years ago, maybe more. Shut up, I'm old. In primary school, when we were all doing classes in libraries, because back in the day you do classes in libraries, especially in primary school, we had a whole area of magazines. PC Gamers, Xbox, Dreamcast, whatever, and 64, like Nintendo and all that. Everything. On that shelf was a PC Gamer with Duke Nukem 3D. I swear, the amount of times I'd sit in a beanbag and reading the Duke Nukem 3D was a lot. Back then, I loved action movies, I loved crazy violence, and I loved things like Doom, Quake, Halo. Reading about Duke Nukem was amazing, and I read that for many, many years. And then, when I think it was XP or whatever, I started to get into playing demos and stuff, and I got the Duke Nukem 3D demo. And I wasn't very good at it, but I enjoyed it. And then when it came out on 360, I played the shit out of the demo as well on 360, and then went back to PC, downloaded the entire thing. I think it was the Megaton edition, and I just played the shit out of it, and I loved it. I was there when Duke Nukem Forever came out, and I played the demo on my mate's Xbox, got the Borderlands Game of the Year edition. I put the disc in so I could download the demo for myself, and I played the demo a lot of Forever. Got the collector's edition of Forever, played the crap out of it, and then just over the years jumped around playing every Duke Nukem game that I could. And while I personally think Forever is better than the shit that it is given, it wasn't the Forever that we deserved. Cool. Yep, totally understand that. Duke Nukem has not been around for a long time. It has been over a decade since Forever came out, and a new Duke Nukem game has come out, if you don't count the world anniversary, which was really good.
Why so serious, Sam?
But you also lost a lot. Like, those new levels by the original designers were fantastic, amazing, loved it, want more, absolutely 10 out of 10. Beautiful stuff. We also lost all the expansions from the Megaton edition, which were really good. The Caribbean one being the best. We also haven't had much Duke since then as well. Like, the last time we got a Duke Nukem in anything was, well, Bulletstorm, which was good. Though granted, they should have given us the weapons as well. Duke Nukem's weapons would have made more sense, but hey, that would involve Keybox and Rindy. Oh.
God, choking on my own rage here.
And Randy actually putting some effort into the Duke Nukem franchise. Duke Nukem needs that respect and love because it is a fantastic series. It is a full-blown action-adventure, aliens, guns, explosions, women, everything that a loving human being enjoys. Men, women, we want to sit back and kick the ass and chew bubblegum, and today we are all out of gum. Good shit, keep going, good pop culture references, and it just works. Problem is, these days we don't get that. And look, I get it, the chance of getting a new Duke Nukem game may never happen, but I think the best way to do it is to, let's talk about Night Dive Studios, right? I've been playing the Quake 1 and Quake 2 remasters from Night Dive Studios, and they are amazing. 10 out of 10, love it. And playing them and every other Night Dive Studio remaster has made me go, we need that for Duke Nukem. We need a Duke Nukem collection, right? We need Duke 3D Megaton Edition with the world anniversary, world tour anniversary stuff added to it. A big giant collection, 10 out of 10, updated and all that. We need the ability to play Duke Nukem 64 because Duke Nukem 64 is really good. And even an updated Duke Nukem Forever, because Duke Nukem Forever actually are pretty good. It's mid-tier to okay, but it's still fun and entertaining. My only changes would be, literally, and like if you were to remaster that, just be like, get rid of the weapon limit, just have a weapon wheel and all the weapons available at once. And make it that Duke Nukem can run forever. That's literally it. You add those two gameplay elements, add some, like, when you shoot characters, there's like a feedback of like the little X that they have when you shoot stuff, like they did in the new Quake game. Duke Nukem Forever will be a far better game. And it's just small changes like that. Yeah, I know things like level design you can't really change, and I do wish there was more segments in Forever, but in the overall long run, I don't think Forever is that bad, and you just give those little changes and people will enjoy it a lot more. But even then, do it like that. Do a big old remaster. Here's Duke 3D and all the expansions, plus the new stuff, plus the ability to play 64, all in one package. Add in Duke Nukem Forever updated as well. Even Duke Nukem Forever 2001, that's already been leaked. Get somebody to finish it off. Get Night Dive to finish it off and release that. Because when you want a good release, a good release that people are going to love, you got to give them something old, and then you got to give them something new. With Quake, they gave us the old, being Quake 1 and 2. They gave us all the expansions, and then they gave us new expansions on top of that. So they gave us all the old, plus a giant amount of content, plus something new, which is something that really, really feeds the video gaming community. So if they did that with Duke Nukem, that'd be great. And that, just imagine that being one collection. And then you go to a second collection, which is all the N64 games, remastered the PlayStation games, even Land of the Babes. Like, playing those in 60 frames a second and better controls would actually be pretty great and would be fantastic. Then you've got Manhattan Project and stuff like that. Just imagine a giant collection that everybody wanted. And as a fan, this is what I want, but I know that that's something that a lot of fans want. If you did that and it sold well, then think about making a new game. Just don't screw it up. Don't half-ass it. Don't freaking annoy it. Just put your heart and soul into it, but don't give a shit about politics. Just be Duke Nukem. Violent, gory, bloody, nudity, loving, over-the-top craziness, levels that are open and secrets that are fulfilling. You know, give Duke Nukem the Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal retribution that it deserves, and Duke would be great. You know, give us that. Just give us one last good, amazing Duke game, and I would be happy forever. Plus those remasters. And that's the thing, like, as a Duke fan, I feel like stuff like that would really help out. The Duke 3D games and its expansions, for the most part, quite timeless, are deserving of our respect and love, and just really need an update and a remaster. And that's the thing. I really feel like this is a series that needs to be remastered, redone, and reloved, because yeah, it may not fit into the political movements of today, but that's the best thing about it. It wasn't serious. It was over-the-top, fun, enjoyable. You could get into this world, leave all the bullshit behind, and have a good time, which is something not a lot of games do nowadays. So, in the end, I'm just like this. Let's just sit back and really push for a new section of Duke Nukem games. It's all needed, man. It's 100% needed, because in the end, Duke Nukem is just over the top fun, and we've already seen a big boom in old school shooters, in remasters, and this is a great way of putting resources into a project where you don't need to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. You could spend maybe $2 million, but you could get that back easily, and I guarantee you that if there is a Duke Nukem collection done well, part 1, part 2, whatever you call it, people will buy it. You give them the content they deserve, you give them the remasters they deserve, and the updates that are desired, you will be making a shit ton of money. 100%. But hey, that's just like my perspective on things. I'm a big Duke Nukem fan, and I hate the fact that it hasn't really gotten the love it deserves. And yeah, that's mostly down to people like Randy Pritchard and, you know, people not really loving the series as much as they should. Because in the end, the wrong people have control over the IP. You need the right people in control. And that can be said for anything. The right people need to be in control. And right now, they are not. Here's hoping in time it does happen, because, look, John St. John ain't going to live forever. But hey, he kicks ass and he chews bubblegum. So let's rock and roll with that mother, you know? Anyway, that's my little spiel on Duke Nukem. Lovely series. Fantastic series. Give it a go. Some of the best shooting. Some of the best characters, some of the best over-the-topness, and some of the best pop culture you could ever have that is intertwined with its own insanity. Freaking good stuff. Good old times. Love it. Up there with Doom for me as some of the best first-person shooters I've ever played. Anyway, that's Aussie Viking out. I shall see you on Valhalla. Bye.